freedom fighter. God bless every freedom fighter. Love of freedom. Somebody I am never a Nigerian, and I can never be Nigerian. I am never a Nigerian, and I shall never be Nigerian. So take your fucking Nigeria, give me Biafra. Take your soul kingdom, give me your Oduduwa. Take your British company, give me Biafra. Take your soul country, give me your Oduduwa. Fight for Africa. Fight for Biafra, the freedom Biafra, the freedom Africa. Africa, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom. You were never in Nigeria, never, never, no, 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 never be Nigerian, no, 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 from beginning. You were never in Nigeria, nothing like Nigeria. You shall never be Nigerian, nothing like Nigeria. So take your fucking Nigeria, give them Biafra. Take your soul country, give them Oduduwa. Take animal kingdom, give them Biafra. Take your royal Nigeria, give them Oduduwa. Biafra, Cross River, Delta, Edo, Rivers, Benue, Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, Imo, we are all Biafra. Shout out to all Oduduwa tribe, to lovers for freedom, to every freedom fighter. Special respect, freedom, IPOB worldwide, legendary massive movement. Eastern Security Network.
Welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everybody who has connected to the program. Wherever you are joining us from, I say, may Chukwu Okuka Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you. Amechi Jonas, thank you for joining. Stefano, Steve, thank you for joining. Please share the broadcast as you join. Share on your own platform before we proceed. Share in your own platform. Share any place you belong. Please kindly share. Before we proceed, as usual, we have to hear our national anthem and prayer from our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. Let us go to the national anthem first. Thank you. Now we're going to go to the prayer of Mazen Nandekano. As you all know, we cannot do anything without prayers. Prayers is always the key. Prayer is always the key. And we have to follow that prayer earnestly, as we have to pray at all times. Mazen Nandekano taught us about prayer, the importance of prayer, and we will never stop praying. The person who have laid the foundation for us, Mazen Nandekano, is a prayerful person, and we have to join him in the same way. Let us listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekano, before we proceed.
The Izon, the Sheikh, the Isobos, and also those of them from of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isodo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi. He said,
thank you for joining. Thank you so much for connecting wherever you are joining us from. I appreciate you, and I thank you for being able to join us on today's broadcast. Wherever you are joining from, I say you're welcome. I welcome you. Those who are writing and those who are not writing, I welcome every one of you. Fidelia Ibokwe, thank you so much for joining. Merry Christmas, Fidelia. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Any place you are joining from, if you're joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, any part of Africa where you are connecting to this very program, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, give you the grace to continue to be there and do that which is right. I appreciate you. And today we have come back once again to speak on the issue of Biafra and what is going on in our land, what is happening in our land. We are still going on the radical awareness creation. The radical awareness creation. In this stage of the radical awareness creation, we will not stop at anything. We will continue to say what we have to say. We will continue to sensitize our people, continue to pass the information out there, continue to tell our brothers and sisters of the situation at hand. At this radical time, radical awareness creation of the end of Nigeria, the Nigeria has ended. It has ended. In case if you don't know, you better know it now. It has ended. Nigeria is a country that nobody is proud of. It's a country where there is no citizen that is patriotic to. There is nobody can tell you, nobody is called a Nigerian. Nobody. That is why those of us who are living abroad, you know that when you go for an assignment, either you go for a job or even you want to go into friendship with somebody, once you mention from Nigeria, you have lost that very opportunity 90%. Your chances that you will lose that opportunity is 90%. You're welcome, Williams. There is nobody that is proud of Nigeria. Nobody that can proudly say I'm a Nigerian. So many of us living abroad, we don't tell people that we are from Nigeria. We don't tell people from Nigeria. So many of us, including those ones who are supporting one Nigeria, those who are supporting P2B, if you meet them abroad where they are, they will never claim to be Nigerian. They never claim to be Nigeria. They will claim other countries. They claim other nationalities. They will tell you they are from here. Sometimes they tell you they are from West Africa. They will not narrow it down to Nigeria. It is only a Nigerian in the whole world that will be ashamed to tell you where he comes from. Only a Nigerian. No other nationality does that. The only nationality that cannot be proud to claim where they come from is Nigeria. There is nobody that's called a Nigerian. And the earlier we stop this pretense and face the facts, the better for us. The earlier we stop this pretense and face the fact, the better for us. How can you be claiming you want something to exist, yet you don't have love for that thing? How can you claim you want something to exist, yet you cannot support that thing? How can you claim you want something to exist, yet you cannot fight for it? The Zoological Republic Nigeria doesn't have a citizen. Doesn't have a citizen. Every single one of them that is claiming to be a Nigerian is only when they get into the zoo, because of what they gain in that very Zoological Republic, because of their fraudulent activity, because in that contraption called Nigeria, only fraud survive. Only criminality survive. If you are a criminal and in that very place, you will be able to get what you want. That is the only time you can be able to get what you want. And those criminal-minded people who are in the zoo, they are the people who continue to peddle that lies and tell you about one Nigeria, tell you about diversity. So many of nonsense they spread out there. But when they come abroad, they don't claim to be Nigerian. I can tell you that in Nigerians living abroad, 95% of them cannot stand openly and say that they are Nigerian. The other 5%, it is because either their job or where they're represented, that is why they cannot deny it. That is why they cannot deny it, because of their job. Either they are working in the embassy or there is something, another criminal activity that attach them to that. That is why they answer it. But people who are living abroad, you hardly see somebody who can boldly tell you, I am a Nigerian. They hardly say it. And yet they will come and defend it. We want a nation that we can defend. A nation that we can be proud to say, this is where we come from. Just like somebody from the United States. If you see an American person and ask him, where are you from? Without missing word, I am from the United States of America. A British will tell you, I am British. The same thing. A German person will tell you, I'm German. They will tell you where they come from. Even a Chinese will tell you, I'm Chinese. But people who are from the zoological, even a Ghanaian will tell you, I'm a Ghanaian. Let it not be, I'm just going far. A South African will tell you, I'm a South African. A Ghanaian will tell you, I'm a Ghanaian. A Sudanese will tell you, I'm Sudanese. Even somebody from Niger Republic will tell you, I'm from Niger Republic. Even our neighbors, Cotonou, Benin Republic, they say, I'm from Benin Republic. And they will be very proud to say it and defend it. But when it comes to Nigeria, if you see an African abroad and you're asking him his country, instead of telling you directly, he's telling you West Africa. Check him, he's from Nigeria. How long shall we continue to deceive ourselves? How long shall we continue to live in deceit and lies? Time has come when every one of us have to wake up and get out of this zoological. It is now. The zoo has ended long time ago. But the people who this very evil enclave is benefiting, the people who are gaining from this very contraption called Nigeria, they still want to continue to patch it and manage it at the expense of the innocent people. It has expired a long time ago. And the more they continue to manage it and force it, the more we lose more lives. The more the economy becomes in shambles, the more poverty continues to ravage people, the more destruction and stealing of land continues. That is why we want it to end. Every single one of us, genuine autopiloted Biafrans, autopiloted by Chukwu Abiyama. Every single one of us that is asking for freedom today, we are not asking for freedom because of our resources. We are not asking for freedom because we are too intelligent. We are not asking for resources out of wickedness or pride. No. We are asking for freedom because it is a question of our life. Our life is in danger. Our life is in danger. We have been made an endangered species in that zoological republic, and we don't want to be part of it. We want to save life. That is the major aim of us asking for self-determination, to save life. As we are demanding for self-determination, our Ududuwa brothers is asking for the same thing, to save the life of the people. So why won't anybody listen? We have cried, we have complained, we have shouted. Nobody seems to be listening. All the countries of the world have seen evidences, they have seen letters, they have seen petitions that we have written that we don't want to be part of this zoological republic. But yet they kept silent. Mazen Nandekana have moved to United Nations. You have done so many things. And today Master Maneba is doing so many things and writing so many letters. Still yet, they keep their ears deaf as if they don't want to hear us. How long shall we continue to wait for them? We can't wait for them anymore. The only option that is left for us is to fight for our freedom and get it. That is the language. When you see people say they got their freedom, you didn't hear they were dashed their freedom. You didn't see people beg for their freedom. People fight for their freedom, and after fighting, they get it. You fight for your freedom. That is why today, the Biafrans, we are going to fight for our freedom and we will get it. Fighting for our freedom, we are going to fight for our freedom and get it. If you think you're going to beg for freedom, it doesn't work that way. You can't beg for your freedom and you get it. It can't happen. You cannot get your freedom by begging. You cannot get your freedom by just sitting. You can't get by freedom by only writing. No. After you have wrote, after you have complained, provided evidence, and they didn't listen, you have to fight for it. Fight, and get your freedom. That is the stage we are now. In this radical awareness of Biafra and the end of the Zoological Republic, every hand must be on deck. As you are joining, please like and share. Like and share. At this radical time, you don't need to be remembered to like a video. You don't need to be remembered to share. As you join the platform, any place you belong, any WhatsApp group you have, any place you belong, you like the program and you share. That is one of the radical moves we are going to make at this last minute. At this last minute, every Biafra must get the information. Everybody that said they've not heard about Biafra, they must hear it this time. They must hear it. Freedom is the only target we have. At this time, nobody will tell us that he didn't hear. That is why we are shouting. If we need to cry, we cry. If we need to shout, we shout. If we need to blow horn, we blow horn. So that every ear that is deaf will open. That we want to get out of the zoo. At the same time, every of our brothers and sisters who have not yet woken up, I don't know what is holding them. In fact, if you have not woken up this time, I'm not sure you're going to wake up again. Anybody that has not woken up at this time, you can't wake up again. But at the same time, we have to continue to do the needful. Share videos, click like. Once you come into the platform, you click like. When you like, that your like you click, we invite one person. When you like, that your like is going to trigger the notification for one person to join us. That is why it is important for you to like and share in all the platforms where you belong. On this radical awareness that we are creating, you have a role to play. I have a role to play. Every single one of us is important. There is nobody that is more important than the other. We are all important in this together. Chukwu Okekame gave assignment to Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano brought the assignment and gave it to us, and we all accepted generally that we have agreed to defend Biafran land at all costs. And in the process of defending Biafran land, we have to defend it by creating awareness and carrying people along. How do we do it? We do it through the media. We don't have the conventional media in our hand. We have the social media. The social media, Chukwu Okekame has given this to us. It is a grace upon us for us to broadcast our messages. We have thousands and millions of Biafrans online. Share the videos. Why do you hesitate in sharing? Share and like. At this time that we are ending the zoo, we are going to end it. It doesn't matter what anybody does. This British company, this contraption that was forcefully put together, we are going to disintegrate it so that people can be free. It is not wickedness. It is not a hate speech. Neither is it attack. It's not that. It is in fact a human right for us to fight for this and get it. We are fighting for our right to be free, to be in our own nation. And by the way, it is not as if we are creating a new nation. This is a nation that have existed in the past. Biafra have existed before, recognized by other countries. They had their presidents, they have their governors, they had everything you can think of that make up a country. They have their map and national anthem with their currency. We want to restore that country back. We have been under occupation enough in the hand of the Zoological Republic. Our country has been under occupation, hijacked by the Zoological Republic. We want to take it back. We want to take Biafra back. That is why we are going to redeclare Biafra. We want to redeclare it. In 2023, Biafra will be declared, and we will defend it with the last drop of our blood. Biafra will be declared. In 2023, Biafra will be declared. And after the redeclaration, we will defend it by all means possible. No man born of a woman can stop it. Any place you are as a Biafran, this radical awareness creation, you must be part of it. If you are in Biafran land, the flyers are available. Get the flyer. Even if you don't have the flyer, just get the sample and print more. You can sponsor it. You don't say you are abroad, you cannot do anything. Even if as you are abroad, you can sponsor your family back home. You can sponsor somebody back home to print more and begin to paste in his own area. Every hand has to be on deck. All our hands have to be on deck to go on this radical evangelism of Biafra. As the Zoological Republic have been decimated and destroyed, as we have seen it clearly that we are moving to Biafra, on this radical stage, every hand must be on deck. Every hand must be on deck. Begin to do something. The ESN must be supported by all means possible. Your widow's might is never the ESN. And by this, we will continue to move until we get into Biafra. No man born of a woman can stop it. At this particular point in time, it is not the time to sleep. It is not the time to sleep. It is not the time to talk about any relevant thing. That is why I have said even before now, I am not against the Christmas. I am not against everything, the Christmas or the Christians. I am a Christian myself. I used to celebrate Christmas also. I have nothing against Christmas. But for this very one that we see, this very one that I eat today is Boxing Day. I am not part of it. I am not part of it. Biafran people are not supposed to be part of it because we have a situation at hand. There's no way our house will be burning and we'll be chasing rats. There's no way your house will be on fire and you'll be chasing a rat when your house is on fire. Only a mad person does that. Are you mad? Are you mad? Of course, I know that Biafrans are not mad. Biafrans are same people, very intelligent and knowledgeable people. That is why we cannot lose our guard at this time. The enemy we are up against, they never sleep. They never sleep. They never take a break. They don't take a break. The enemy we are fighting, they never take a break for a minute. They never. They are fighting continuously on their own platform. They are strategizing continuously. They are moving forward continuously, shifting out logistics and everything to Biafran land. And you have seen it. I have seen it. If you have not seen it, we have had it. We cannot continue on this path. We cannot continue on this path. We will make sure that we defend Biafra land. This is an assignment that was meant for us. Mazen Nandekano, we reach this resolution with Mazen Nandekano that we must defend Biafra land. And no man born of a woman can stop us from defending it. Today, you can see the way they are using the people who are supposed to be within us to destroy us. Our own people, they are using our own elders. So they are using them against us. The governors in the southeast mainly, they are using them against us. The politicians, every single one of them, they are against you. And these politicians and the organizations, because they feel they enjoy much influence, they have been able to confuse some youths. They have been able to confuse some young men to begin to fight against themselves. Our duty today is to tell you that your brother is not your enemy. That your brother, the governor is sending you to go and kill, is not your enemy. That your brother, is telling you to go and kill. That your brother, that the saboteurs are telling you to go after, is not your enemy. That dead squad you belong is not the right place. You are fighting against something that is keeping you alive. You are destroying something that is going to defend you. They are using you to destroy your own defense. You must know that as a Biafran. You must know that that the major enemy, the enemy we have, is not our brother. Your own brother that they have sent you after is not your enemy. This message goes to the ordinary people, to ordinary Biafrans who have now begun to fall into the trap of the government. They have begun to fall into the hand of the politicians. The politicians have used the one because the wealth is in their hands, the connection is in their hand. They have now decided to poison the mind of our youths and begin to use them against themselves. They have formed different kinds of vigilante groups. Every single one of them have their own armed group, including the Department of Saboteurs. All these saboteurs you see abroad, the Department of Saboteurs, you have seen them that every one of them have their own clique. They are the ones sponsoring the insecurity in Biafra land, trying everything possible to destroy what Mazen Nanikan have built. Initially, each time they commit this havoc, they will say it's man someone ever. They commit this havoc, they say it's someone ever. But Chukwu have today exposed them, and every Biafra have known that the only man standing, holding on the original idea of Mazen Nandekano and the original purpose of the ESN is Mazen Simon Epa. ESN was meant to defend Biafra land, not to keep Biafran people. ESN was meant to defend Biafra land, defend our neighbors and our friends, even our visitors. ESM was to make sure that our land is not taken away from us. ESM was not meant to go after any politician, or not be meant to go after any individual, not meant to go after Biafran people themselves, not meant to go against any innocent person, regardless your tribe, your religion, or whatever. ESM was established by Mazen Nandekano to maintain law and order, to make sure that our borders are protected. And that is where they have been up to date. But this Department of Sabotage, with their politicians and the Ohanezendibo, they created a different kinds of outfit. They created a dead man squad, which you have seen that Chukwu Okakabe have exposed them. And when they were doing all their training at the back of police station, the government was protecting them because they were employed by the government. And today you have seen more revelations coming out, that the governors are sponsoring criminals, sponsoring killer squad against their own people. They are recruiting and paying, and because they have weaponized the area with poverty, because of the poverty in the land, they have been able to convince some of our Biafran brothers and sisters to join them in fighting against their own. I tell you, if you are one of those they have convinced, if you're one of them that are paying, your brother is not your enemy. You better walk away before you lose your life. Because in this era that we are, in this era, Chukwu Okakabiama is in charge. In autopilot, Chukwu Okakabiama is there. When you hear Master Simon Eka make declaration, the Chukwu Okakabiama is going to take you out. Chukwu Okakabiama is going to take you out. You have seen it, it has started already. You have seen them falling. Every single one of them who has said Biafra will not come, every single one of them who has said instead of Biafra to come to Master Simon Eka, let it not come. Every one of them will fall. And more are going to go down as we are going into Biafra. More of them are going to go down. If you don't want to be part of them, Chukwu Okakabiama have released the angels of death. Chukwu Okakabiama himself have released the angel of death, that anybody that is standing against Biafra will go down. Hear it and hear it clear. If you are standing against Biafra, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter where you belong, it doesn't matter who you think you're following. The angel of death will take you down. Chukwu Okakabiama have released the angel of death, and it will take you down. It will definitely take you down. The only way you can be saved, the only way you can survive, is to run for your life while you still have time. If you're one of those that have recruited in the dead man squad, if you're one of those that is being paid by a politician, you have a politician that is sponsoring you, you have a politician that is paying you, or Hanezendibo is sponsoring you, this Department of Sabotage are sponsoring you, you are working under which any name at all, which any disguise, anybody that you know you are serving, and you are not legitimately serving under the leadership of our spring Mazen Nandekano, or working with the original agenda of Mazen Nandekano, I tell you, you will go down. You will go down. Some of you say that Biafra is a spirit, yet you don't know that Biafra is a spirit. You say it with your mouth, but you don't believe it. Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is, you heard our spokesman someone tell that Mazen Nandekano remains the leader of the IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwu Okakabiama under the spokesmanship of Mazen Simon Ekpa. Mazen Nandekano remains the leader. And our leader, Mazen Nandekano, is a prayer warrior. Today, he has no assignment than fasting and prayer wherever he is. He is fasting and praying for you and I on daily basis. And whatever he says, even when you don't hear it, it will happen. If you think you will be the one to stand against Biafra, you think you will be the one to stand and pose as a hindrance, I tell you, as we are blowing this horn, it is to save your life. As we are blowing this horn like a train, it is to save your life. Nothing on the planet Earth will make you survive. Nothing on the planet Earth will save you. As long as you have sworn with your own mouth and you are working to stand against the coming of Biafra, you will be crushed. You will be crushed. You will be crushed. Chukwu Okakabiama himself is going to do the job. It is not our own duty. Your forgiveness or your safety is not in our hand. Chukwu Okakabiama, whom you are fighting, is going to take you out. The only thing that can make you survive today is for you to wake up, and stop taking the life of innocent people. The autopiloted IPOB, the responsibility that Chukwu Okakabiama have played on our shoulders, the responsibility that they was given to Mazen Nandekano, which we are carrying along with him today, is to secure Biafra land and make sure that every Biafran is safe. That is the responsibility that have been given to us, to secure Biafra land and make sure that Biafra land is safe. We do not take the life of innocent. We protect even our visitors. We protect our relatives. We protect our friends. Our neighbors, we protect them. We don't take the life of innocent people. But as many as are coming in Biafra land to take life, you will never, ever, ever return the same. Mazen Nandekano said that prayer, and every Biafran echoed he say, and that prayer must happen. If you come to Biafra land to take life, if you come to Biafra land to take innocent life, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, it doesn't matter who is sponsoring you, it doesn't matter who is sent to you. If you come to Biafra land and take innocent life, you will never return alive. You will never ever return alive. Mazen Nandekano made that sounded clear, and we are still standing on that prayer, echoing it once again, that any man, any woman that will rise to come in Biafra land and take innocent life, I don't want to know your tribe. It doesn't matter what your tribe is. It doesn't matter what your location is. It doesn't matter what your religion or your belief is. It doesn't matter who sent you and who you're following. Let me tell you, as long as you participate in taking innocent life in Biafra land, you are going to pay dearly, and you will die in it. Chukwu Okeme will take you away. Chukwu Okeme will take you away. Every single arm you raise against Biafra will fall back against you. The only thing that's going to save you to then deliver you, the only thing that will save you deliver is for you to turn around. And let me tell you, in your turning around, while you still have time, your grace of survival remains in the hand of Chukwu Okeme. It is not in our hand to decide whether you live or you die. Chukwu Okeme have that right. Only him alone can decide what your fate will be. If you are a Biafran, and today you are still standing with the evil men, even after all the exposition, today you cannot tell me that you do not know the people that are taking the life of innocent Biafrans. You can't tell me that the people who are doing it, you have seen it in the open, that the Janjaweed have succeeded in getting some people in Biafra land who are today sponsoring the death of people in our own land. The Janjaweed have been able to capture some people. The Department of Sabotage, from A to Z of them, they have their killer squad. And what they're after is our own people. They have never ever one day gone after the Fulani people, who are the original terrorists. The main terrorists for which Mazen Nandekano established the ESN. These groups have never gone after them, and they will never ever go after them. They are busy fighting against the original agenda of Mazen Nandekano, which is to protect Biafra land and get our freedom. They are busy. They have sworn in the open, and they have spoken about it. And still yet, you are telling me you don't know how to follow. And still yet, they convince you just because of what you will eat. How much are they going to pay you? They pay you 150,000, 160,000, 200,000. And how long will he going to tell you? In this Christmas, you're going to use all those money, and that is the end of it. How long is it going to carry you? And they're going to pay you because they are in power. Because Soludo today is a governor, he can be able to pay you. What when he after even if he succeeds in being there for 8 years, after 8 years, then what? What is going to be your achievement? What is going to be your achievement? If you know you are one of those that are being recruited as a security guard, as one of the Bubago who is busy on destroying the life of people, your end has come. Your end has come. Our brothers and sisters, every single soul we lost in the Hamufu, every single soul we lost in the Hamufu, their blood is crying. Their blood, they are not rested. They are not rested. There is no way you can slash the throat of a man and you tell him to rest in peace. He will never ever rest. There's no way you slash the throat of a child. You bring out a fetus of a woman and you see they will rest in peace. They will never rest. Their spirit is angry. The spirit of the innocent Biafrans that have been murdered on daily basis is angry, and they are crying for vengeance. They are crying for vengeance. They are crying for vengeance. If you are one of those who is still bent on taking the life of Biafran, your case is going to be worse if you are a Biafran. If you are a Biafran and you are involved in taking the life of your own brother, your case is going to be the worst. Because the voice, Chukwu Okeme have heard the voice of the innocent. Just as he heard the voice of Abel. After Cain killed Abel, Chukwu Okeme heard the voice of Abel when Abel was crying. That same voice today is going to Chukwu Okeme. Every single blood you shared in a Hamufu, every innocent child that you do not allow to grow, every young man that you don't allow to prosper, every woman that you took their husband and took their wives, every single blood that you spilled in a Hamufu, today they have risen and they will take vengeance for their life they have taken. They are going to take vengeance. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter who sent you. And you are working with a Bubago, working with Nigerian military, working with the Department of Sabotage to take the life of innocent people and make sure that Biafrans are demonized and make sure that we don't get Biafra. Chukwu Okeme is going to take you out before the ending of this year. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, echoed that prayer in his hallowed platform, and every Biafran say, he said. As we have said, he said to that prayer, every single person that is still bent on fighting against the Biafran people, wherever you are not going to see 2023. You will not see 2023. Every single one of them, they will never, ever, ever walk into Biafra land. The time has come. The blood of the innocent is crying, and they are going for vengeance. They are going for vengeance. We are in a situation where we have to fight for ourselves. We have no representation anywhere. We have no representative anywhere, not in the presidency, not in the local government, not in the governorship, not anywhere. We don't have anybody anywhere representing you and I. That is why you must wake up. You must wake up. You must wake up. We will defend ourselves by all means possible. In this radical evangelism, we have to put our hand together, begin to do everything possible on our own. As Chukwu Okikabe place it in your heart, start doing it. Stop waiting for any command from anywhere. That thing that Chukwu Okikabe is telling you in your heart, start to do it. All you got to do is to continue to do that and pay attention to the instruction that is coming from our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. Chukwu Okikabe have given him that appointment, and he is using it effectively. And we can see Biafra. We can see it. We can see it. The only thing that remains now is for us to walk in through that bold gate. And that gate has been opened. Are you going to run away from it? Or are you going to walk into Biafra? We will definitely walk in. As long as your hand is clean, as long as you are genuine, as long as you are genuinely seeking for your freedom, the time has come. The freedom has come. You have to walk into it and get it. We must not allow our life to be smoked out of us. At least we have to die fighting. We will not die like cowards, because we are not one. We are not cowards. We know who we are. That is why they say we are loud. That is why they say if you take us to a labor camp and keep us, that we emerge as a hero, because we know who we are. We are not slaves. We are freeborn. Biafrans are freeborn. Every single Biafran from the old southeastern region, the present south, and the southeast in the lower Benue. If you are from this area, if you are from any place in that zoological place where your grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran and you are a king. You are not a slave. You are a freeborn, and you must stand up at this minute and begin to fight for your freedom. If you have not started, start now. Don't wait. You have waited for too long. You have waited for too long. Chukwu Okikabe have told us to move, go in, possess the land, and take it. And when Chukwu Okikabe says what, who is going to change it? You? Who says a word and it stands? I ask you, who says a word and it stands? Only Chukwu Okikabe says a word and it stands. No one else. Nobody says a word and it stands. Only Chukwu Okikabe. And because he has told us to go and possess our possession, we are going to possess it. We are moving with speed to go and possess our possession without looking back. We don't want to figure out how it's going to happen. We don't want to figure out where it's going to lead us to. We don't want to figure. As long as we are standing on the truth, on that foundation led by Mazen Nandeka, the foundation of truth, consistently pursuing our freedom, we will definitely get our freedom. And nothing any man or any woman can say that can change it. There is nothing any man or any woman can say anywhere that will change the situation. Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. I appreciate you. I can see you there. My brother Maxwell, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I'm streaming directly from the YouTube. I can't be able to bring you in, but hopefully by tomorrow, by the special grace of God, we are going to be broadcasting together. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, your contribution on the comment section. Thank you. I recognize you. And may Chukwu Okikabe continue to guide and protect you. Every one of us, wherever you are, begin to do that which is you have to do. Begin to do that which you have to do. It is no longer time for us to begin to think about irrelevant issues. It is no longer time for us to begin to look at things that doesn't matter. This time, it is a time for us to fight for our freedom, and we will fight for it and get it. We will fight for it and get it. No man born of a woman can be able to stop it. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what anybody does. All you got to do is to pay attention to the time that we're in. Listen to the voice that is speaking. Listen to the voice. Anything that Chukwu Okikabe by himself put in your heart to do for the coming of Biafra, start doing it. Start doing it. That thing that when you sleep, it comes to your heart. That little voice you're hearing in your heart that is telling you, go and support the ESN. Please, run as fast as you can. Begin to support the ESN. Financially, prayerfully, any way, support them. That silent, tiny voice you're hearing, telling you to go and share the flyers, go and make the flyer. Please, listen to that voice. Go and make that flyer. Make it, get the sample and make the flyer. And make sure it's being pasted in all corners of Biafra land. And while you're doing it, you have to do it smartly. You have to do it smartly. We know the situation in this world. We know we are dealing with animals. We know we are dealing with a lawless country, a place where animals rule. So when you are sharing the flyers, you must have to look at a convenient time, a convenient place, a secure place. Make sure that the environment is okay before you can embark on changing the flyers and replacing them. We want to make sure that every one of us is safe. We want to make sure that as many Biafrans as possible are led into Biafra land. And then going into Biafra land, no man born of a woman can stop it. This is a mandate of Chukwu Okike Abiama. What I am telling you today is just to blow the horn and tell you that the time has come. The time has come. That is what you see every autopiloted platform. That is what they are doing in their media war. All the media platform of autopilot, we are blowing the horn, telling you about the coming of Biafra. You can't stop it. If you believe in it, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, it will not stop the coming of Biafra. It won't stop it. But we are blowing this horn, lets you key in to make you get prepared so that you will not be left aside. We create the awareness to make sure that everybody is carried along, that we will take everybody into Biafra. It doesn't matter whether you believe or you don't believe, Biafra is going to come. It will definitely come. Believing it will do you good. If you don't believe it, at your own risk. If you succeed at the end of the day to believe at the dying minute and you're saved, fine. But what if you're not alive to tell the story because of your carelessness? What if you are not alive to tell the story? Why don't you key in now that you still have a time? It has become very clear and obvious what is happening. We don't have any representation. It is only you and I that represent ourselves. You have seen recently, even as they are talking about the election, how daft some people are, how criminally minded and stupid some people are. Gumi of all people that you know, Sheikh Gumi of all people that you know, Sheikh Gumi, even in this electioneering period, he is still supporting the terrorists. He is still making a case. That man will never stop. That is why you say Nigeria can never ever work. When you think you have seen it all, Gumi came out and said that their people should not vote anybody that will come after the terrorists. Gumi said you should not vote in any president that is going to come after the terrorists. What does that tell you? That tells you that these people will never change. And when I talk about the diversity in this world, the diversity is a destructive one that will continue to bring death, continue to bring calamity and chaos, continue to make sure that things don't work out. With somebody like this Gumi, this is somebody whom P2B have gone to visit. This same Gumi that is speaking is somebody that P2B have gone to visit. The same P2B that cannot be able to talk about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The same P2B that cannot open his mouth and talk about his brother that has been in captivity. P2B went to visit this Gumi, and today, Gumi is writing in the open, speaking in the open, saying in the open that their people should not vote anybody that will come against the terrorists, the bandits, they are Fulani bandits. That anybody who is contesting for presidency and they know that that person will come after the criminals, will come after the terrorists, that they should not vote that person in. And when you hear this man has never one day been arrested. This man has never one day been invited by DSS. Instead, they give him security and cover. This is what we see. But look at, Gumi is still making case for the terrorists in the open. But our Biafran people can never make case with our people. Instead, Soludo is busy. He's busy causing chaos in Anambra State. He's busy turning the Biafran people against themselves. Soludo is busy sponsoring death squad, sponsoring criminals, sponsoring different kinds of armed group against the legitimate cause of Biafra. This is what we are up against. This is the problem we are up against. This is the problem we're up against. And when you see these things, I don't know where people keep their mind. People from the southern part of Nigeria, I don't know where their conscience is. Please, as you join, click like. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kukarima, like this video. If you have not clicked like and share. Like and share. This is a radical moment. This is not a time of play. A radical moment that you have to make sure that people get the information. In this radical evangelism, make sure that everybody get the information. You will do it by sharing in any platform, even the platform of our enemies. Share it. Any platform you find yourself, share these very blockers. Click like is very important. I have 109 people here watching, but only 60 likes. Let every one of you go and click like and share. That is the way we can be able to move forward. And if you are not subscribed, you subscribe. We are the media war has just started. Media is a very important key when it comes to warfare. Media is a very important key. And you that is watching me, you that is in the comment section, you are part of the media. You that is watching me, you are part of the media. If you don't share and you don't like, you will make them to defeat us. We don't have the conventional media in our hands. We don't have any media anywhere to speak for us. The international media will not take our news. It is this social media that we can be able to operate, to use it to send our information. And by you sharing and liking, it will make us to go far. But when you are not sharing and you're not liking, you are kind of holding us back. You are kind of helping the zoo to compress us. You are helping the social media networks to compress us and make sure that our information doesn't go far. My brothers and sisters, as I was saying, we are on our own. You and I, you that is watching me, every single Biafra, autopiloted by Chukwu Kukarima. Every genuine Biafra, if you are a genuine Biafran with a clean heart, you are autopiloted. So when I talk about autopilot, don't get confused. Don't get confused. This is every single Biafran that is genuine at heart, that is sincerely from the bottom of their heart fighting for Biafra and consistently fighting for Biafra. You are autopiloted. Don't think that it is when you go and register somewhere and put your name and register somewhere. That is not how we operate this time. Biafra struggle doesn't operate in that way. It doesn't operate by registering yourself somewhere or somewhere else or somewhere. No. Be sincere in your heart and consistently fight for what you are. And if you are a genuine autopiloted Biafran, you must have to sit up because you are on your own. Nobody's going to fight for you. Nobody. You see the Fulani Janjaweed, they are fighting for their terrorists. Terrorists that the whole world know that these people are terrorists. The Mieti Allah and their foot soldiers, the number 4th deadliest terrorists in the world, the Fulani herdsmen. Yet, government is making a case for them. Yet, somebody is standing as a spokesperson. In the open, they don't care. Sheikh Gumi is making a case for them. Even during the time of election, he is telling them, do not vote somebody who will come and fight after you. Did you get that message? Sheikh Gumi said that the North should not vote anybody that will come after the herdsmen, the killer herdsmen, the bandits, the terrorists. You know, they come, they give them different kinds of names. They come to bend them. These people are terrorists. The bandits, the Fulani herdsmen, whatever you call them, these people are all terrorists. Bunch of terrorists in the North. And Sheikh Gumi is saying in the open before the whole world that their northern people should not vote for anybody that will come and fight against the terrorists. And ask me, with somebody like Sheikh Gumi, how is P2B going to run Nigeria? With somebody like Sheikh Gumi, ask P2B, this same P2B have gone to visit Sheikh Gumi. He has gone to visit this man. I wonder what he discussed with him. I wonder what Peter Obi went to discuss with Sheikh Gumi. But this same Peter Obi has never visited Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Not even visit. He has not spoken about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or made a case for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Before his own very eyes, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the court of Nigeria said, let him go. The court. Now I don't mean court of Nigeria said, let him go. Court of Nigeria say, let him go. P2B have not opened his mouth and say, okay, court, why don't you implement what you have decided? P2B have not said that. But you see Sheikh Gumi, whom P2B have visited, which I don't know what he went to discuss with him. Sheikh Gumi came out and said that anybody that will come to fight against the terrorists in the north, that they should not vote for that person. Did you get it? You see, some of you get confused when you hear bandits, they are terrorists. Mieti Allah, they are terrorists. What do you call them? The Fulani herdsmen, number 4th deadliest terrorists in the planet Earth. And this Sheikh Gumi is saying that anybody that is coming as a presidency and his aim is to fight this people, that they will never vote for that person. Now tell me, how is Peter Obi going to succeed in a zoological republic like Nigeria? How? How is he going to succeed? That will now show you that even if, which I'm just trying to imagine, but I know it's not going to happen. Let's assume it, Peter becomes a president. He will fight war from the very first day he entered office until his 8 years expired, which I know he cannot last up to 8 years. He will just the same thing that happened to Goodluck Jonathan. His own case will be worst. His own case will be worse because he is an Igbo-speaking Biafran. His own case is going to be worse. And you see them deceiving people on different platforms. You see them deceiving people on different platforms, and people are listening to them. People are listening to them. I don't know where Biafrans left their mind. Biafrans who are intelligent, very intelligent people, very intelligent to a fault. Yet you see them thinking like the same cow Fulani is giving. Is it because you are eating from Fulani cow? After seeing all these things in the public, saying, and the audacity of the Fulanis is that they say it in the public. They are not like you that hide under the cupboard to say your own. The bravery of the Fulani people, their audacity to say whatever they want to say in the public. But look at Ohaneze Ndigbo. Ohaneze Ndigbo cannot even as open their mouth to defend Mazen Nandekan. Mazen Nandekan, that the whole world is defending. United Nations has spoken on his behalf. The whole world has spoken on behalf of Mazen Nandekan. Yet his own kingsmen cannot stand up and fight for him. That is how terrible it is. I am telling you, the whole world have spoken up for Mazen Nandekan. They have made a case and speak about the innocence of Mazen Nandekan. But yet, his own kingsmen cannot open their mouth and fight for him. Instead, they are busy fighting against the organization that he had created to save his people. They are busy demonizing the same organization he created to save them. The same security outfit he put in place to secure their land. They are busy fighting it and destroying it. Soludo is sponsoring Biafrans against themselves. That was why he can come out and boast and tell you that since he entered, that he has not arrested, that all the criminals he has arrested are all Biafrans. That was when I knew that that man is mad. If Soludo can come out and say that since he entered power, that all the criminals he arrested, that they are all Biafrans, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Of course, he's right. All this while he has been fighting against Biafra, even to today. Even to today, every single fight Soludo is fighting is against Biafra people. Every single arm he's led is against Biafra people. He have formed different kinds of group, put them on salary. And as he's putting those criminals on salary, those Biafrans they can be confused. As he can put them on salary, he is imposing tax on the innocent Biafrans. Go to Anambra State. Go make a call to Anambra State and see the kind of tax, the way they are imposing tax on Anambra State. He take the taxpayer money and he used to sponsor rebels. He used to sponsor saboteurs. He used to sponsor trouble between brothers and brothers. If you're one of those that Soludo is paying, or any politician, Soludo and Hope Uzodinma, if you're one of those ones they're using, or you're one of those ones the Department of Saboteur are using, the Department of Saboteur that have been sacked from IPOB, if you are one of those they are using against your brother, Chukwu is going to take you down before the ending of this year if you don't get out. If you don't get out from that group, if you know you cannot be able to stand it, run away, go to the neighboring country, you can run to Cotonou. Cotonou is very clear, very close. Run away for your life. If you don't, you will not see 2023. Mainly I'm talking to Biafran. The Biafran people that they are using, the Department of Saboteur are using against their fellow Biafrans. The Biafran people that the politicians are paying to go and take the life of their own brothers and sisters. The Biafran people who have now yielded their heart to the enemy to be used. The last warning has come. Our spokesperson, Master Samuel, has said it. Mazen Nandekano said it. And I'm reminding you today that you will not see 2023. You will not see 2023. The only thing that will save you is to run away now. Run away, and get out of that very contraption. Get out. And even if you are a Biafran and you are serving among the Zoological Republic, you are serving in their police, in their army, and you are coming in Biafra and they cause mayhem, I tell you, your end has come. Your end. Going forward, any operation you go, you will go down. Going forward, any operation you go against Biafran people, Chukwu Okagaben will take you down. Chukwu Okagaben, you know, when you hear autopilot, some of them take it for a joke. If you don't believe in autopilot, that means you are not human. If you don't believe in autopilot, if you don't believe that Chukwu Okagaben is in charge of the struggle today, you are not human. And I doubt if you can make it to Biafra. I doubt if you that doesn't believe, if you don't believe that Chukwu Okagaben is in charge, if you don't believe that the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Mazen Samuel and on the leadership of Mazen Dandekano, if you feel that they are not doing the right thing and you think that they're not doing the right part, I tell you, you cannot make it into 2023. Your end has come. You will go down. This is a mandate of Chukwu Okagaben. With the kind of exposition you are seeing today, with the kind of exposition and revelation you are seeing, it is very, very, very clear. Anybody today that says that he doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you, at this particular point in time, you are still having doubt in your head, whether Biafra will come or not. You are still having doubt. If Master Samuel is the chosen person, you are still having doubt. If autopilot are on the right path, we can't help you. But I tell you, your end has come. The only thing that will save you is to turn around 160 degrees. Turn around 360. Chukwu Okagaben will decide your fate. We have suffered enough. We have died enough. We have lost so many lives on different occasions, and we cannot continue on that path. We have cried, we have shouted, we have pleaded. We cannot continue on that path. Time has come that every one of us have to rise up. You have to rise up. On this radical awareness, everybody must participate. As you are watching on the comment section, there must be somebody who has not heard about Biafra around you. There must be somebody who doesn't believe completely about Biafra. On this radical awareness time, go and approach them. Give them evidence. There are so many evidence. Evidence are like water in the, they are just like sands. Give them evidence. Give them facts. We don't base our words on propaganda. We deal with facts. That is what we do. We deal with facts. We give you the facts and figures. That is what we do in the present agitation. You have a responsibility. Go and begin to do that thing that Chukwu Okagaben had. That person that is still standing in between, sitting on the fence. If you want to save him, go and bring that fact before their own eyes. Since they don't not say it, there are so many facts out there. Today, we know the people that are taking the life of innocent people in Biafra land. They have tried all the manner of blackmail against Master Samuel. Master Samuel did. Master Samuel did. Master Samuel killed. They have tried all manner of propaganda. At the end of the day, they saw that their propaganda doesn't fly. They have seen that their propaganda cannot stand. They have seen that their propaganda has become totally useless, absolutely useless. And they have no choice. What they have resorted today is to begin to take the life of innocent people. They have decided to begin to take the life of innocent people at the expense of their greed, envy, and jealousy. They do not want to accept defeat. When Master Samuel told them, you are gone, you are no longer in the struggle, I will chase you away from IPOB. They thought it was a bluff. They called it a bluff. But today, every single one of them is out of IPOB. Every single one of them. Every single one of them in the Department of Sabotage. That Department of Sabotage, all of them, they are out. The only man standing today, consistently speaking the truth, is Master Simon Ekpa. And you can't fight the truth and survive. You can't fight the truth and survive. You dare not. You cannot. I say you cannot fight the truth and survive. Fighting the truth is fighting against Chukwu Kabiam. And who will challenge his own God to a wrestling bout? Only a fool does. Only a fool will challenge his God to a wrestling. Master Simon Ekpa is standing on the truth. You can't fight the truth. The truth itself is Chukwu Kabiam. Mazen Nandekano laid the foundation of truth. After laying that foundation, he anointed somebody, which we all know. We saw the anointing in the open. He anointed him, and all hell break loose. You cannot get anointed through jealousy, envy. You cannot be uplifted through envy and jealousy. If you want to have goodwill, you want to prosper, you have to first of all acknowledge those who have prospered. Respect those who the anointing of Chukwu Kabiam is on their head. Then so that their own grace will affect you. So you can be able to see the light. But when you fight the grace on somebody, people who are anointed, you can't quench that grace. Who are you? Who are you? Who gave you the power? You can't quench the grace on somebody. The grace that Chukwu Kabiam himself placed on somebody, and you think you can take it away. You can't. You cannot take it. It doesn't matter how you try. You will always fail while those people will continue to prosper and rise to highest height. Just look at Master Simon Ekpa. With all the battles since more than a year now, the more they fight him, the more he grows. The more they fight him, the more he grows. The more they fight him, the more he grows. As of today, his platform remains the biggest platform when it comes to Biafran struggle. The biggest platform when it comes to Biafran struggle, he's the biggest platform. Unchallenged. And today, Chukwu Kabiam is fighting for him. He doesn't even need to talk much. He doesn't even need to talk much. He doesn't need to raise a finger. And confession is coming from right, left, and center. All he needs is to speak the word. Speak the word. Truth. Once you speak the truth, that is it. Mazen Nanekano told us that he will destroy the zoo with only the truth. And it was that truth that he used to put the zoo on their knee today. Speaking the truth alone, that was what put the zoo on their knee today. And they have ended. In 2023, Biafra will be declared and we will defend it. Nothing is going to stop it. If you think you want to try, go ahead and try. But I tell you, you are going to fail. You are going to fail so badly. For the Biafran people, we are going home. We are going home. And my final advice, if you are one of those they are approaching for election, better run for your life. Do not participate in anything. Do not rent your house to them. Do not allow them to put poster in your place. Do not join them. Their vehicle, whatever they write and put their poster, do not get involved in it. The only thing that's going to happen in Biafran land is referendum. If you get the poster of referendum, paste it wherever you can. Paste the referendum wherever you can. Mainly on those points where they put the elections in, cover it with the referendum post. Cover it with the referendum post. Put the referendum on top of it. Cover it with it. The only thing that will happen in Biafra land is referendum. And there we are going. At this radical moment, we cannot go back. We only go forward. The spirit of Chukwu Kabiam have raised the radical stage. And in this radical stage, everything is working. Everybody is busy. Including the spirit of the dead in Biafra land, they are working. I tell you again, every single soul that was lost in a harmful, there's no way they can rest in peace. You cannot slash somebody's throat and tell him to rest in peace. It doesn't happen that way. You cannot send somebody to an untimely death and you want him to rest in peace. How can such one rest in peace? How? The spirit of all the dead have woken up and they want to take vengeance. And I tell you, if you stand against Biafra, they will slash you down. They will not spare you. If you stand against Biafra, they will never, ever, ever, ever spare you. In case you think you can never go scot-free. If you stand against Biafra in Biafra land today, you will never. As soon as you enter into our border, you enter into Biafran territory, and you're against Biafra, you will never go scot-free. The spirit of the dead will haunt you. As I said before, just like the spirit of Abel was crying to Chukwu Kabiam. The spirit of Abel was crying to Chukwu Kabiam, and Chukwu Kabiam heard the voice of Abel, and he asked Cain, where is your brother? The same thing is happening in Biafra land today. So many innocent blood have been spilled by their own brothers, sponsored by the politicians and the Department of Saboteurs. They have spilled a lot of blood, that the blood of the innocent is crying. And Chukwu Okikabem is asking them, where is your brothers? You are there in the military, you are watching, and they are taking the life of your own brothers, destroying your youth, carrying them to the north, massacring your youth and harvesting their organs. And you are in the military, you are aware, you see it, and you don't say anything. The blood of innocent will fish you out. And I tell you, in 2023, you will not survive. You will not survive 2023. You will not survive 2023. If you are in Biafra land and you witness the shedding of the blood of your own brother, you supported it, you engineered it, in your presence it happened, and you said nothing. The blood of the innocent that is crying to Chukwu Okikabem today, when the vengeance is coming, as the vengeance have come, the vengeance is going to take you out. The vengeance of the blood of the innocent that is being spilled is going to take you out. You cannot escape it. You can't. It doesn't matter how you try. You will never, ever, ever escape it. Unborn children were taken away from their mother's womb. Fetus were removed from women. Children who are sucklings were killed. Young men were denied of their future. Women's husbands were taken away from them. Men's wives were taken away from them. People who were supposed to have a living could not be able to make it. People who have survived up till December were not able to get into the next year. Simply because of your wickedness. Simply because of your wickedness, your envy, your jealousy, your pride. You unleash mayhem against your own people in order just to make sure you demonize Mazi Simon Ekpa. Just to make sure you demonize Mazi Nnamdi. Just to make sure you destroy the Biafran struggle. You went ahead to take the life of your own innocent brother. You are not going to see 2023. You will never go scot-free. You will never. Chukwu Okikabem have heard the cry of the blood of the innocent in Biafra land. Enough blood have been spilled. And if you say they will rest in peace, I tell you no. They will not rest in peace until they take vengeance. They are not going to rest in peace. And as Chukwu Okikabem have heard their cry, a lot is going to start happening. As it has started already, more is going to start happening. Just wait and see. More is going to start happening. All you have to do is to key in. Any place you are on the planet Earth, key in. If you are a Biafran, no matter whichever part of the world you are, key in. That is the only way you can survive. Our fate is in our hands. Nobody is there to fight for us. Nobody is there to defend us. We have no representation anywhere. You don't have anybody to represent you. Do you? No. You don't have a governor. You don't have a senator. You don't have a House of Assembly member. You don't have a local government chairman. Nobody standing for you. The Fulani Caliphate have imposed everything on you. They have selected all the people against you to work against you. That is why you see what is happening. And because of the people they have employed and put in positions, that same people have today employed some other people in the communities. They empower them. They employ them. After they have weaponized the area with poverty, now they begin to empower them and give them money to use them against their own brother. And they will come and tell you that your brother is a member of the ESN. I should go after him. And you begin to go after him. And you know that the ESN was created for you, to defend you. You know that when Mazi Nnamdi created ESN, he made a broadcast. He said, the duty of the ESN is in the bushes to protect our land against the Fulani killer headers, the terrorists. Mazi Nnamdi did not establish the ESN to come and fight the police or fight the army. He did not establish the ESN to come and fight innocent people, or to come and draw debt, or to come and fight the politicians. Mazi Nnamdi established the ESN to fight against the Fulani killers who are coming to take our lives, the terrorists. He warned about it until it began to happen. So why are you fighting against that which you meant to defend you? Why? Don't you ask yourself, why is it that a governor will sponsor you to fight against that? Look at Omoteku. Amoteku in the southern part of in the Oduduwa land. Amoteku, we see videos time and time when Amoteku arrests the Fulanis. They arrest their cow. They are in operation. They are going places. We have never seen a video where Amoteku molested any Oduduwa person. We have never seen one single video where Omotegu molested somebody from Ojukwu land. It had never happened. Every challenge we see their faces, they're against the Fulanis. But since Ebubago was formed and they converted it into a death squad, have you ever heard that they went after Fulani? Have you ever seen them arresting any Fulani? Have you ever seen them in any operation and they say they arrested, even arrest Fulani cow or stop the cow from grazing in people's farm? Have you ever heard so? The only videos we see is where they are taking the life of Biafrans, where they are torturing Biafrans, where they are burning the homes of Biafrans, where they are killing Biafrans. That is the only videos we see. It happened to the extent that the whole Biafran land came out and began to protest and say they do not want the Ebubago anymore. Did the governors listen? They didn't listen because the Ebubago was meant for them and the caliphate. The Ebubago was meant for them and the caliphate to enforce fear and impose the zoo upon us. They didn't care. With all the uproar and all the protests in the whole southeastern states, did they stop Ebubago? They still use them. Instead, they increase on the killing. They intensify on taking the life of people. But are we going to continue that form? We will not continue on that evil way. We will not. We cannot allow that to continue to happen. I thank you today for our spokesperson, Master Samuel. Master Samuel has been able. He has been able to bring us back together. He has been able to build a formidable force. He has been able to put the original agenda of Mazen Nandekano in place. Today, the structure of Mazen Nandekano is intact. ESN is very, very much intact. You know, all this while, when Mazen Samanek have been saying it, people thought it was a joke. When Mazen Samanek was telling us that ESN is in his hand and is intact, people thought to replay. And the Department of Sabotage were blowing out all their horns and putting on their propaganda. And Mazen Samanek told us what they have is a dead man squad and they are training at the back of politician. And the only thing that can make them train at the back of politician is because they are working for the government. Some people call it a bluff until their own commander begin to confess. Their own commander begin to confess and call them by name, Chidas Omoru and Co. And say that they are training at the back of police station. Until then, people begin to see it clearly that the only man who has been in control and standing with us is Master Simon Ekpa, doing the needful. Doing the needful. And he is not relenting. And in these last minute days as we are, we will not leave any stone unturned. The only thing you have to do as you're watching, please, if you know anything that Chukwu come and place in your heart to do, start doing it. Don't wait. Start doing it at once. Start doing it. If you are blessed financially to support the ESN, don't wait. Go to the site, follow the site and make a donation to the ESN. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. Don't wait. Do not wait until the day of fundraising. There are people today, even as you're watching me, there are people today that Chukwu Okama have blessed in this week. There are people that Chukwu Okama have blessed in this month of December. There are people that Chukwu Okama have, even on celebration. Christmas time is supposed to be a time of gifts. Today is a Boxing Day, gift giving day. What gift have you given to ESN? Have you come to your mind? Have you occurred to your mind that, okay, I have to give a gift to ESN? These people who have volunteered their life, who has volunteered themselves to defend you and I, has it come to your mind? Today being a Boxing Day, did it come to your mind? Let me go to that site. Let me go to that ESN site and make a donation. No matter how small. No matter how small. Today being a Boxing Day, you're supposed to make it a point of duty. That money you used to drink, that money you go out and share, that money you used to go and throw on the air, go to the ESN site. Today, go to the ESN site. Click. Even if it is 1 naira, click there. Boxing Day is a day of gifts. Go and give it. Have you thought, should I go and give a gift to ESN? Have you ever occurred to your mind? If you have not occurred to your mind, I am now reminding you that the ESN deserve a gift today. They deserve a gift. The ESN deserve a gift from you. You go to their site, go to the website, you click on the website and you make your donation. They deserve a gift from you. You are not paying them. We are not paying them. All they need from us is the tools they will use. That's what they have been asking all this while. Tools. Because when you talk about self-defense, you cannot go for self-defense with empty hand. When you are going for self-defense, you must have to go with the equal measure. The same pressure that brings it to you, you go with the equal measure. That is how you go for self-defense. And as we go, every one of us that is here, try to consider to give a gift to the ESN. No matter how small, even if it is $1. Today is a Boxing Day. Go to that website, click on that website, and give them a gift. It's a Boxing Day. Go there and give them a gift. They deserve it. These are people who have volunteered themselves for you and I. Nobody is paying them. You are not paying them. I'm not paying them. Excuse me. Nobody is paying them. So it is high time we begin to do things the way we're supposed to do it. In this radical evangelism, do something radical. At this radical time, we are talking about radical evangelism, do something radical. Throw a surprise to the ESN. Gift them something. Make it radical. Let there be something radical you will do today. Do something radical. The flyers we are talking about, to paste flyers. If you can sponsor somebody in the zoo, you can sponsor somebody in Nigeria or in Biafra land to go and print those cards, print some quantity and share it. Do it. It's a radical move. The flyer, the sample is there. Just get a sample. They can go and print it anyway. If you can sponsor it, just call put a call across to somebody in Biafra land and tell him you want him to print something and share it and give people to share. All those things are radical move. Do something radical today. Donate to the ESN side. It is something radical. Preach to somebody who is stubborn, who feels that he cannot hear Biafra. Preach to them. Take the message to all angles. Share videos and let it go viral. As you join this platform, if you have not click like and share. As you join this very platform, make sure you share at least one or two people. Make sure I have 115 people here. These 115 people, I expect you to share to one person or one or two people. Share the video to one or two people. Make it a radical move. Make it a responsibility for you to make sure you share this video to one or two people. It's a radical move. In a radical evangelism, you must try and do something radical. Do something radical. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with sacrifice. Freedom, it doesn't come cheap. If you think that freedom doesn't come cheap, you must do something for freedom to come. They don't dash freedom. They don't borrow freedom. They don't hand over freedom. What you hear all the time is fighting for freedom. Even people who sang it in song, they say, fight. Chukwu Okike give all the strength to fight and fight right. May Chukwu Okike give all the grace and power to fight and the right fight. I thank you, everyone who has joined me on this message today from beginning to end. I appreciate you. I thank you for your support. I thank you, every single one of you that have joined today on this radical awareness. Chukwu Okike will continue to guide and protect you, keep you until we all will get into Biafra. As many as are watching me here on this radical message, as many as are following here, who are sharing and liking, as many that have joined today's broadcast, I tell you, you will definitely see Biafra. And you will raise the flag of Biafra with Mazen Nandekano. No man born of a woman can stop you from seeing Biafra in 2023. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every Biafran all over the world, mainly our Biafran brothers and sisters in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the Oduduwa people. Guide and protect Sunday Igboho and Professor Akintoye. Give them more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the Umuada. Guide and protect Honorable Azoka, who is their leader. Secure them, give them more wisdom and knowledge to continue to pilot their own affairs and make sure that things continue to work. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our ESN, the volunteer force on the ground, and all the armed groups that are fighting for freedom of their own people. The BNL, the BNG, that are fighting in Biafra land, supporting the struggle to make sure that things work. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all our media warriors. All our media warriors on several and different platforms. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of you, inspire you, give you grace to continue to fight on until we defeat them. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike build a wall of fire around you. May Chukwu Okike build a wall with a rock around you. No weapon of the enemy will penetrate you. No weapon of the enemy will penetrate you. No weapon of the enemy, both spiritual and physical, will penetrate you. May Chukwu Okike continue to give you 2,000 men wisdom so that you can be able to take difficult decisions when the time comes. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazin Nandekano, wherever he is. We cover him with the presence of Chukwu Okike. We place Mazin Nandekano under the cover of Chukwu Okike. Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect Mazin Nandekano. No weapon, no poison in his body will work. Any poison that injected in the body of Mazin Nandekano will never have effect. Whatever poison they inject in the body of Mazin Nandekano, no matter how they try, it will never have effect. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every single one of us who are here. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember, I will see you again tomorrow, same time, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Bye-bye.